Morning, everybody. It is a beautiful morning today. This is the Hammered Airsoft Smith. Viewers' discretion is advised. Smoking's not cool. But whatever. Okay. So, I've been having this reoccurring issue. This old girl, Doris, which I dubbed the M1911 gas blowback airsoft pistol. It was essentially 15 years ago stock. It was just a WE M1911A1 from Kapowie.com. Came with the hard case, foam, interior, spare magazine. I got it for my birthday from my mother. Still running, still awesome. But I have mentioned numerous times that she is prone to cooldown. And I think a lot of it has to do with it's an older gun. And it's bare metal. There isn't any paint or anything shrouding from the cooldown or anything like that, and it's the metallurgy. This is a Gen 1 or a Gen 2 WE1911A1. So, there are some things you gotta put into consideration. Machines machines are not always gonna run the same over the years. I mean, that should be pretty, that should be common sense. That should be a given. And years ago, actually, one of my earlier videos, way back when everyone was saying I was recording with a potato, that's a high-tech potato. Because I don't know many potatoes that can record picture and audio, or video and audio. But anyways, I did a gas efficiency mod with duct tape, okay? Where I cut out like a little square, or more like a rectangle, and I wrapped it around the gasket that's on top of the magazine. It seemed to work okay. So I thought to myself, well, why not use Teflon tape instead? And why not wrap it around the gasket instead? And it seems to me like it's working just fine. Now that I said that, I'm probably going to jinx the video. But I wrapped it maybe 3 times around each gasket. I did 3 magazines. The 3 magazines that seem to be the most prone to cool down with this pistol. The one magazine I wrapped 3 or 4 times over because that one just seemed to be working better. It was working better than it was before I went and used the Teflon tape, but it seemed to still have a little bit of an issue, so I wrapped it a few more times. With only 5 seconds charge of propane in each magazine, I got 3 magazines worth of each one. 2 of them are 8 rounders, one's a 7 rounder. I have not charged it prior to the video because I actually want to see if it will still, of the 3 of them, will still fire more magazines out of them. I mean, that's a huge step to what it was before, because before, with this pistol and those 3 magazines, I was only getting maybe 1 magazine worth. Test subject 1, which would be a Gen 3 WE Desert Warrior magazine. I put 8 rounds in this. I believe we got 1 in here. Yeah, we got 1 in the breech. So let's see if I can get more out of it. Still without charging the magazines. Eight rounds, it did not lock back, which I'm okay with. I prefer it to, because it's supposed to, but It's not the end of the world. And got another 8 rounds out of it. So that's incredible. I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed what a little bit of Teflon tape can do. I might be late on this. Somebody out there might have done something similar or whatever. I know people put the Teflon tape on the bottom O-ring by the base plate on the down here. But I put it up here around this gasket. And you could take the gasket out without dispersing gas. You just pop the pin out, and then the mag lip, the spring and follower and the gasket will come out. Let's see if I can get another 8 rounds out of this one. This is a Gen 5 MEU magazine. I put, again, 8 rounds in it. Did another 8 rounds. Did not lock back. Was locking back earlier, which impressed me because this magazine, even though it's new, for some reason, was not locking the slide back on the empty breech. And this is the one, 7 rounder, much older magazine. This is one of the originals that came with the gun. And this is the one that I said that I wrapped 3, maybe 4 times around the gasket. See if I can get another 7 rounds out of it. And I did. Did not lock back. I'm not surprised. Again, very old magazine. About 15 years old. Wow. I'm impressed. I am impressed. You're probably not as impressed because you didn't see the test fire before. Of course, I'm going to test this stuff before I do it. Because it's a waste of time and a waste of film to test it on camera for the first time and then it just not working out, and then it's just like, wow, I gotta redo that because that was just dog shit. But yeah, man, wow. I think I'm gonna load the 3 of them up and see how much more I can get out of them. And then if they run low, then obviously I'll put 5 more seconds of charge into them and it should be okay. And I gotta say, with this magazine, after putting the 3 or 4 times wraparound on here, I do feel a little more recoil out of this one. This one was actually pretty light. And, but toward the end, it is a little chilled. I could feel it to the touch. There's no paint on this. So, again, like the pistol itself, if it's bare metal, and the metallurgies and whatnot, you know, it could be a little finicky and prone to gas efficiency. Man, get the wording right. I'm still waking up. I didn't have a full cup of coffee, dude. It would expel more gas, but now it seems like it's expelling less. But yeah. So that's 4 magazines worth out of each of the 3 magazines. Eight in that one, 8 in this one. And 7 in this one. Now I will expect some cooldown, because these have got to be getting low We're featuring the Rooster Orchestra and the Pooch Choir. Another 8 rounds out of this one. This is incredible. This is a huge difference. Huge difference. So that would be 4 or 5 mags now total between prior of the video testing and now. Wow. I would probably recommend doing it to all of your magazines. Excuse me. And I'm using, not that it really makes much, it doesn't really make a difference at all, but just in case anyone's wondering, Evike Precisional, as they call it, it's professional high precision grade .25 Gs ammo. Eight did not lock back again. Least of my worries. Wow. This is awesome. I wish I did this years ago. I mean, I had the right idea with the whole duct tape thing and everything, but I really should have done it this way to begin with. But, you know, you live, you learn. We get 7 more rounds out of this one. No. I believe that just... I believe that last round was it for it. Yes, it was. But still, way better, especially for this particular magazine. Way, way better. So we got one in the chamber. No, we don't. Yeah, we don't. 5 seconds worth of a charge. I'll add one more BB to it. This might be, you know, I might be late on this too, but overfilling the magazines with propellant can cause issues too with cooldown because you got so much in there. It needs to expel, so when it finally releases that pressure, it just expels a lot more than it needs. That's awesome. I don't know, to a lot of you it may not be a big deal, but it's one of those things where if you're not dealing with the issue, then it's like, so what, you know, or whatever. So, with the 8 rounders, I'm going to run them dry. Which means I'm going to, because there's still propellant in them, as far as I'm aware of. I'm going to keep running them until they're out, just like the 7 rounder. Fortunately, the 7-rounder is only going to have 4 rounds in it. And this speed loader, as I mentioned before, holds about 100 rounds in it. I brought it out full prior to the video, and what I do is I fill the magazines first, then I fill this. So I have 100 plus whatever's in the magazines. It's a lot of rounds to the gun and a lot of rounds to those magazines without having to recharge them. That's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Okay. I expected them to run out of gas last time, so it might be this time. Wow. Holy shit. Why are we not funding this? 8 out of this one. Wow. Wow. And this should obviously fire the 4, but that is incredible. Holy shit. That just blows my fucking mind. This, okay. You can get 2 rolls in one pack for like 97 cents. That's without the tax. So it's like $1.03 depending on where you are. And I hardly had to use any of it. Alright, so now that the demonstration is done, or was it this way? It was this way. Pop that top pin out. Ease all this up. If you're not careful, you can lose your follower, your spring. And I wrapped the Teflon tape around the gasket. You see the gasket there. Push it out. See that? And I think this was 2 or 3. This is actually, I think, 2 now I'm looking at it. Wraparounds. I could probably get away with doing more on this one, but well, it did incredible, so there's not really any point in doing that. What's great too is that you're able to do this without any gas coming out. Is that you could easily take the spring out and everything and make sure it's all clean, because if you're having misfires or misfeeding, that could also be gas efficiency. Like you could be you know, experiencing a cool down, or maybe there's not enough propellant coming out to cycle the slide all the way back to come forward and load a new round into the chamber. And so there could be debris and whatnot in there. But that's amazing. So there you have it, guys. Ladies and gents, as I almost trip and fall. I'm sure some of you would enjoy that. Pessimistic. So that's it. Gas efficiency mod on the WE single stack magazine. I did 3 of them here, and all I did was wrap it around the gasket like I showed you. And do it the way that I show you, because like if you have any of it coming out the top, that can cause an issue with the loading nozzle riding on it, and it can get caught in there. You obviously don't want that. Just make sure none of it's popping out the top. So yeah, we had none popping out the top, because you don't want any interferences. You don't want to make, you don't want to make it worse. But you can see this one's pretty tight. You can see how that one's a little bit different than this one. Oh, sorry, than this one. You can see like it's got a little more bulk to it. But also you can see in this video, a live test, that it did not do anything negative. It's incredible. We'll even field strip her. Just kind of clarify, you know. No, nothing with the loading nozzle. Very snappy. No hang-ups, no nothing. So I'd say that's a success. I got way more. In conclusion, again, just a little recap before I close off this video is originally with those 3 magazines, with this particular pistol, I would only get like 1 mag worth, which would be 8 or 7 rounds out of each of these magazines from this gun. Yeah, that sucked. So after putting a little bit of Teflon tape on there, fucking peacock, dude. So many distractions. So noisy out here. There's like a swarm of bees over here. They look like they're eyeballing me. I don't know. Anyways, back on track. Yeah, a little bit of Teflon tape. 97 cents. Amazing. Amazing. Do it yourself is like amazing. Okay. Thank you everybody for watching. And I'm not telling you to do this, but if you're having a similar issue that I was having, knock on wood, then try it. Just try it. Alright everybody, again thanks. High power. Peace.